Quarantine blues, yeah. Quarantine blues. That's what we're talking about now. Ah, the gentle winds, the fragrance of orange blossoms, childhood memories. Yeah, man, I was born in East LA, right? In Los Angeles. Man, it was just filled with orange groves. I remember that as a kid. Warm summer night, they called it Indian summer. And orange blossoms would waft over LA. Childhood memories, yeah, so much. And you know what? I choose to remember what is good. The I Ching for the week of April 6th, 2020. Number 50, Ding, the sacred vessel. Made up of 2 trigrams. The one above is radiance, and the one below is the root, because we're looking to get down to the root of the matter. That's what we're doing. And that's where the I Ching can take us. You know, sortilege, it gives us a time and a place and a portal to look into the wisdom, and in the wisdom is where we find the magic. Yeah. We look into the sortilege, these ways of accessing the mysteries of life. And I gotta say, the I Ching is mysterious, man. Still blows my mind how it works. And always hits the mark, never misses. Man, never misses. So this week, we're coming to the week of April 6, 2020. Yeah. Number 50, Ding, the sacred vessel. Oh man, we gotta honor the sacred in our life. You know, I think that's part of what's going on with us being cooped up, so to speak, you know. We start to see what is sacred, you know. Our friends that we could see, that's sacred, you dig it? You know, going to the park, having a picnic, that's sacred. And look at your home, man, that's your sacred place, right? So fill it with light and fill it with love. And let's see, what is the wisdom? What is the advice? What is coming from the I Ching? The cauldron is on the fire. In the cauldron are all your ways and means. Tend this fire carefully, lest you overcook the brew of transformation. Yeah. You know, you got to get in, you got to do it, you got to get out. You know, you linger too much in the cauldron. And that means if you linger too much in the process, you dig it? If you linger too much in the process, you miss it. You know, you go in, you get the information, then you go and you use it, right? So here it is. Here's the wisdom of the I Ching. Transmuted, we might say, through me. Through not so much the way I see things, but it's what I'm given to give. All right. When you hear these things, I want you to check it out. How does it happen and how does it work in your life, these things? We're all feeling stuff. We're all feeling heat right now. We're feeling our soul being stirred, you know. And this is a signal that you're in transformation, both emotionally and spiritually. You see, this heat, we're calling it heat, you know, it could be looking like angst or being a bit uncomfortable, you know. It's generated when initiation is near. And I think that we are a world in initiation right now, dig it? And as Ding is called, meaning when this hexagram, this Kwa shows up, you are told in no uncertain terms that you've been doing good and that you have an opportunity now The opportunity is to make a mix. It's alchemy. You dig it? Here's the alchemy. Here's the elixir. You mix love, spirit, and fate, and that, when you use that in the right way, it's going to guide you to the gates of your solitude, and that's where peace is. Peace of mind, success, abundance. It's all part of this pathway right now. The self-work that you've been doing is called for the sacred vessel to be placed at your feet. It's here for you to deposit your doubts, your fears, and your lack of surety, to be transformed and be seen for what these things really are and what they mean in your life, and how the energy can be transformed and made useful. You dig it? How can you transform the love? How can you transform the success? How can you transform your spiritual life and make it useful? We're going to call it a brew boiling there. That's the brew of transformation. It'll purify your heart and make way to the balancing of the soul, meaning the light and the dark, you know. That's all part of the mix, the light side, the dark side. And then from that place, when you get into the mix, everything is possible, everything. And you only got to take the risk you've chosen, with the knowing that no matter what happens, it's the right action. And it's coming at the right time. You have chosen the initiatory path. I mean, think about it, what you're doing in your life. It's initiation. We don't have a lot of initiation rituals in our Western life. So here we are, we got one, right? It's going to open up this pathway to receiving guidance. The guidance now is coming from your inner wisdom, right? That's what the cauldron says, just quiet up, quiet, and let it come through. Spirit will talk to you, you know. Crystal will open, the Spirit will open the crystal prism of your inner wisdom, right? That multifaceted crystal that you got inside you, so that you can match the frequencies and bring them into harmonious alignment with your authentic self. All of the finite aspects of your being have been maturing, and this maturation is the fuel feeding the fire that heats the sacred vessel, that begets your transformation through initiation. You got it, transformation through initiation. And don't doubt it, man. This cycle is bringing an inner knowing and understanding of the vital place that this alchemical journey holds for you and holds for your tribe and your family and your community. And never before on the planet have we realized that we are all one big family, and this family is now getting sick. And it's been sick before, right? You know, wars and avarice, but now we're being shown it's sick, man. The Western mind has difficulty with the idea that being in harmony with the root and being in harmony with the flow of cosmic energies and the powers that are necessary for advancement spiritually and emotionally. The concept of sacrifice and the acceptance of what is fated is difficult for the Western mind to wrap its head around. But nothing less than sacrifice is what's being called for at this time. You've called it, man, in your life. So you want to know what to do? Here it is. Bring to the fore your true warrior spirit. Achieve a peaceful mind, which is not hard to do. And be pure of heart, right? Stop the lies, stop the gossip, stop the bullshit. Be pure of heart, and that's how transformation happens without those obstacles of doubt and fear. This hexagram is a vessel that dispenses wisdom and prophecy. You can be the recipient of this wisdom, or you may have approached the vessel with questions on moving forward. Both positions are correct, and tell that great abundance is here and will remain steady for a while. You know, that when we have opportunities, it opens a window, and that window doesn't stay open for all time. And while it's open is when we make our move, and right now is the time to make your move. In the time of great abundance, Man, don't have that fantasy that it's going to be here forever. That's not in the cosmic order. Prepare for times of want with sacrifice in times of plenty. This will keep energies in balance and share your bounty. Man, couldn't be a better time in the world to share. Do not isolate your thoughts and your mind at this time. Although we are isolated in our physical body, our mind is not. You need to see and you need to be seen, right? That's the reflection, being seen, a reflection. And it's a mirror. It's a mirror for others now in your family, or the people that you're around, or the people that you're talking on video with. They see you and they feel you. So be that mirror. And by being a mirror of peace, being a mirror of love, this is accelerating this transformative process. You'll surely have to sacrifice the old patterns of limitation and control, right? Think about that. Think about where you're in control or think you're in control of insisting that you're right and others are wrong. Ouch. Your benefit will be to dissolve ties to relationships, dissolve ties to old patterns that have become burdens, right? What has kept you from your truth? And in this time of quarantine, isolation, we can really look. We have time to really see what is it that means something to us. Who is it that does? Through diligence in action, you will become inspired and become an inspiration to others. You are a light of hope. You can be that man. And move into your place of compassion. And let others see it. Let others feel it, right? And it doesn't mean that the words that you say, but it's the energy and the vibration that you send out. This hexagram is calling you to examine your thoughts and look at the clever ways you unconsciously manipulate your own thinking process and the thinking of those around you, man. You know that. You know that you've manipulated yourself, and sometimes you manipulate people, and you're surprised they go for it. Huh? Does that sound familiar? Look, follow the call, man. Explore where your ego is taking control. Investigate whether you've accepted certain harsh dogmatic beliefs, behaviors, and you've taken that as normal. It could be in your relationships, your business, your craft, or in your quest to join with the divine. Just don't lie to yourself. Trust it. Look carefully to see if you're harboring stale, hidebound ideas about how those in friendship or those in relationship with you should behave. Ooh. You must then sacrifice to Ding, the cauldron of initiation. Your critical, your judgmental views, which you've defended in order to maintain the illusion of your superiority and control, must be thrown into the cauldron to be transformed. All right, so you're starting to understand what this cauldron is, because energy is energy and you can convert it. And by converting it with truth, that's the cauldron. That's the cauldron sitting on the fire. Thoughts are much more powerful now. And thoughts are more powerful than words you speak. Diligently correct your thoughts. The result is supreme success and harmony with the cosmos, harmony with the divine, right? Harmony with Gaia, opening up to it. Everybody has thoughts and they don't act on those thoughts. But when you have those thoughts, don't beat yourself up for having those negative thoughts. We all have them, right? You don't act on them. But then take that opportunity, because it might be so outrageous that you change it. You change your thoughts and you're going to see that you start to feel better. That is called correctness. Now is the time for you to prepare for your personal transformation, while Earth and society are in evolution to a new golden age, and I am convinced that's what this time is about. They must be in harmony, you see, your transformation time, if you are to survive. And it's really, we're looking at survival, surviving during these momentous times, which they are, right? everything that we're talking about in the Ching and the meditations that I do, the soul space work, we're talking about thinking right, doing right, meditating right, just doing it, man. So what does it do? It strengthens your immune system, and that's the idea. And that's just not some woo-woo idea, man. It works. Meditation works on your time of evolution as you evolve into a higher level of your immune system, which is just waiting there. The possibilities of a new cycle and growth are presenting themselves in the way of change, and change is in front of us right now. We are in this collectively, you know. Well, when Jung talked about the collective, and this is what he meant, right? I believe that, you know, some of the great masters, Jung, even Freud, man, they were preparing us for times like these, the gurus, the ones who came before, the elders. Your call is being answered by this hexagram. You have a beautiful designated future, and you're coming into the joyous now. It's in your hands. It's not in the voice of the critical ego that relishes in feeding off the status quo and keeping you in the narrow hallway where new thoughts and feelings and ideas cannot find you, right? As you travel this path, you're going to encounter some real-life gatekeepers to try to keep you from your solace and your inner truth, you know? You know who they are. You know what it is. These are like creatures. It's like Cerberus, the mythical Cerberus, the three-headed hound of the underworld who stopped you at the river Styx, you know? Or the sometimes rascalate Pan will appear. Or the call of the siren of sensual beauty. Ooh, yeah. Get called and dive in. That's what the sailors did. Never came back. You will encounter various and sundry ogres that can shapeshift in an instant to frighten you or seduce you and stop you in your tracks. Be prepared. Because when you make the commitment to clear the path, right, the medicine path to health, the medicine path to love, the medicine path to abundance and to the deepening of spirit, man, have no doubt these gatekeepers are gonna show up. It's how it works. I don't know why, but that's how it works. They're going to try every trick they know to scare you into submission. Don't be fooled. Know that your fate, well, there's a lot of names for that, but in your inner sanctum, your sanctum sanctorum, that's where bravery is. That's where the heart of the heroine, the heart of the hero, that's you, see? This is all part of the alchemical brew that is stirring up in the cauldron that you've added to this. That's where you and spirit are in concert, cooking up the brew that will take you to the doorstep of your dreams and desires. These obstacles, these ogres, can come in the form of real people who've gained power over you and who do not, for their own survival or ego trip, do not want to let you go. Or it may come in the form of an old depression, you know, free-floating anxiety that's laced with fear. This hexagram tells you it's your job to recognize the dark gatekeepers, to face them, and don't run away from them. Use the tools you've gained. You've got them, right? If you're listening to this, you've been doing some work, and see where you've gained, and you can stand up to these gatekeepers, these obstacles, as you go on your truth for inner truth. And that's where compassion has been presented to you. That's where you've walked your walk. This is the time to confront these obstacles and make way for your serenity and for your inner truth. Look at your fears. Hear your ego's voice. Your ego's voice, that negative ego wants to fill you with doubts about yourself, right? Doubts about where you are, doubts about the people, being judgmental. But by knowing your goal, that it's peace and harmony, push on, man. And you can leave that negativity in the dust. Burn old bridges. They will light your way. To move past the gatekeepers, find balance within your body, your mind, and your spirit consciousness. Walk in nature. Plant a garden. Learn something new. Teach the children of love and go deeper into your practice. Meditate, laugh, and play with the rainbow children. They're all around you now. We're making the earth shift right now in the collective human will. You know, if you don't have kids that you're with, if you know people that do, get on video with them and tell the kids stories. You're going to be amazed, you know, or your nieces and your nephews, your friends' kids, right? Tell them stories. Talk to the kids. Let them feel that you're not afraid. Create fun. Create loving ceremony that honors spirit. And come together with friends in celebration, right? We can't do it face to face right now, but we can do it with a phone call. We can write letters. We can talk on the video stuff that we're given. You can, by calling on your courage, by calling on your personal process, move into new realms where you release all personal limitations into the unlimited, vast oneness. Taking this journey with all the bravery you can muster will lead to love, enhanced knowledge, abundance, and the sense that you can once again fall in love with your true authentic self. Your cosmic connection will lead you in a new way into a happier, more confident way of being. That's what's waiting for you right now, coming into confidence. Do it by correcting your thought patterns. That's going to help you. It's going to be vital to change your thoughts. If you're holding on to judgments or grudges or anger, it's only going to give strength to the dark side of the soul. And that critical voice is going to come up and come after you, which it does. It wants to keep you on the stale, the unsatisfying path of the past. By making your offering and making your sacrifices, you will be directed easily to the road less traveled. That's where all is new and fresh. You will be lighter, you will stand taller, and you will feel the breath of life's fresh air. Be the love and hold the light in your heart as you give and you learn and you receive the gifts that are all around you every moment and every day, as we are love and we know we are love. Oh man, I know what it's like to be going through this time. And if you're alone, man, you feel really alone. But that's when the meditations are good, you know. Join in some of the global meditations. We have one that's on the website or Instagram, I'm not quite sure which, but it's there to enter into it. It's a meditation that you do on the hour, as many times as you want. And because we're doing it on the hour, so many people are joining together into a meditation, right? And we know that we can hook up with the rest, right? It might be that we just om in that space. It might be that we pray in that space. It might be that we ask for stuff, and it ain't wrong to ask, right? But do it within the bounds of what you can receive. Don't ask for what you will be too heavy a burden, because, you know, Spirit's going to test you. You ask for too much, they're going to give it to you, man. And it'll break your spine. You know, it's going to take you down. So be loving. Be as the penetrating wind. Don't give up. Ah, the gentle winds, the fragrance of orange blossoms, childhood memories, man. That's what we do, you know? We go back, we remember the good of childhood when we were skipping down the lane, playing marbles. Doing little plays, hanging out. Fantasy into reality. So think about this sacred vessel that you have. Just fill it up. Go to the altar and make the sacrifice. Give up the old ways. It sounds a little impossible, but it's easy. Just go do it. My friend Amy, she used to say, ain't nothing to it but to do it, and I believe that. If you're listening to this on Sunday, we're going to have, for the Soul Space members, we're going to do a meeting to talk about it. I'm going to do some more translation. I send you all the love that I can muster here at the 20th parallel. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm sending it out as best I can through my voice, through videos, through the process that I'm being given, that I give to you. Love the ones around you, man. Okay, stay out of judgment. In Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, sisters. Namaste, brothers. I know you can tell I love talking to you. The idea of all this work is just to be better, be a better person, and join with the whole. This is the time for love. I'm going to say it again. In Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you, and I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, y'all.